Back in early 2015, I fell in love with the chateau I found online. I then had to convince my other half to give up our London life and move to rural France. To my surprise, she said yes, and a year later said yes again at our wedding at the chateau we now called our home. It's just us two and our husky Lightning, and now of course a few animals who seem to have joined us along the way.
It's such a beautiful place to live, so we decided to share it with everyone.
It's obviously a lot of hard work for just us two.
It's not always a fairy tale, and we don't always get it right.
But it's all fantastic fun along the way, so we bring this chateau back to life for others to enjoy as much as we do. Follow us, Angelina and Phil, along with the highs and lows of our chateau life.
In last episode, we travelled 2.5 hours away to our friend's campsite to lend them a helping hand.
We first met Michael back in 2017 when we filmed for the TV show together, Escape to the Chateau DIY. At that time, he'd just finished restoring this beautiful Chateau de Jolene with many years' hard work. All of us rescuing a chateau are simply a very small chapter in the building's history. With years of painstaking work to restore this once derelict chateau back to its former glory, Michael's journey here was almost at an end. Having saved this beautiful building, it was time for Michael to move on to a new project and hand over the reins to the building to somebody else. Having fallen in love with the area and the village itself, Michael looked for a new project, but how do you top saving a chateau like this? Having made such an impression, he was asked by the commune if they could resurrect their local campsite, which had been closed for 6 years. Being completely different to renovating a chateau, he said yes, and now it's time to get the place open.
Good morning, Michael.
Good morning, Angelina.
Are you ready to slay the day?
Slay it and more. Even more.
And more.
It's going to slay me, I reckon. It's so
Excellent.
warm already. I'm sweating already. It's only about 9 o'clock, is it?
Yeah, well, let's start today with a bit of coffee for me and Phil.
I've got my tea here.
Excellent. Look at the beautiful stairs he's got in his house. And I love how this area's got limestone. Look at that. It's beautiful, gorgeous colour. The beams in here are gorgeous. Really nice. Early start, but it'll be beautiful when it's finished. Well, I'm really excited. There's lots to be getting on with, but first things first, because we're in the middle of France, I better put on some SPF protection against the sun because it's really, really strong here and we've got some really hot days coming up here. So I need to protect this and my skin because I will burn being exposed all day long. I think I'd like to tackle these two kind of ornamental bushes next. Now, as you can see, this one is actually got a dead part on top and they are all looking quite poorly, so hopefully a trim will establish what's wrong with them. Maybe they just need more water or just love. I personally think they just need a little bit of love, so today I'll give them a nice little trim and a little bit of love. I think you'd agree that those two bushes look amazing now. Check them out. Beautiful shape. I'm so pleased we were able to save these two. Okay, so me and Michael are now heading out to grab some sandwiches, a better spot lunch.
In Vernwal, the second village, as opposed to Vernon where I live. But the campsite's in 3 villages, Vernon, Vernwal and Corleon.
This is a lovely village.
This is Vernwal.
It's what typical French village kind of looks like that you envisage, I think. I don't know, it's just so full of character. France is amazing. Here's a typical boulangerie of France, and they have amazing cakes all the time. Bonjour, madame. Lovely breads. This is another bit that I'm trying to do here, is tidy up the base of trees. Now when you're cutting grass, all of this excess grass, you'll need to get a strimmer out. It just adds extra work. So we've decided to utilize what we have, use the grass, put it around the base of tree like mulching, and that will really tidy it up. I'll show you one I just made. Here you go. Now it's hard to see because it's fresh grass, but you see the concept. You've got an area which you no longer have to mow around. It's nice, neat, tidy, and over time it'll break down and turn into soil. And then perhaps you could plant little flowers around it. But it certainly looks neater. The other great method about this is that it utilizes what you already have, which is a bit of grass, which you then have to go to the skip and dump if you do have a lot of grass to cut, which is the case here. So why not dump it around the tree straight away?
With the posts up, we're starting to screw the OSB boards into place and give it some rigidity. Also, it finally looks like a wall. It's on the back of the cart. When you don't have a ladder, use your Range Rover. Alright.
Don't try this at home.
Here we go, here from the back. It's up. We've got our supports, which I'll show you how they're all in 2 seconds. Braces that go into the ground, and the uprights, these sort of claws you bang in, and this is solid. Now let's just put a couple on the front, ready to support the weight of the awning. So the mounts to the awning are now in place, hand tight. Gonna need a bit of adjustment afterwards. This is definitely a 2-ladder, 2-person job. I'm taller, I might have to take the smaller ladder.
Okay, fair enough.
And then it's time to drop that in place. Yay.
So I keep seeing these rocks amongst all this gravel, and there's lots of shells. Michael, why is there shells and lots of them here?
I don't know the answer, but I'm going to hazard a guess that the sea or the water level of the River Loire, because it must have been higher.
Yeah.
And so it's now gone lower and it's left this in the rocks. Because, as I said earlier, the water table was only 1.5 meters down.
I think it's amazing. It's
so it could
beautiful.
be quite credible that the water table was higher and we would have had to see, well, not sea.
I see like constantly little seashells around, different
Marine
shapes
life.
and
Marine
to this.
life, I think that's sea life.
Yeah.
Quite far from the sea.
It's beautiful.
We might check that, 'cause it could have been.
I think it's so unique. I'm going to have to research this. Thanks.
Alright.
I'm almost finished. I've just literally got one more job to do now. And my job is to try and contain these unruly overgrown lavenders. I think I'll just trim them back, take cuttings and pot them in the soil and see if they root. Hopefully they should. Finished and trimmed all the plant pots that had lavender in it. Now, some of it has got chance of survival, and as you can see, any of the cuttings that I've taken hopefully will take root, but time will tell for Michael. But look at all the lavender here. I think I'll take some of the flowers back home with me and scatter them in the bath, maybe to have a nice relaxing bath with. Also managed to transplant some of the cuttings along this wall here. Oh. How do you like it?
Much easier than the shovel. I've nearly dug my hole and I thought this was going to take me all afternoon.
Well, if you spend any more longer time on digging this hole, it might be for you to go and lie in it.
Maybe I'll lie in it, yeah. Dig your own grave and lie in it.
It is handy though. Do you feel like a explorer excavator?
Baldrick, eat your heart out.
Baldrick might be out of a job. For those that don't know who Baldrick is, he's like a time team history excavator.
It's not his real name, I can't remember his real name. That's his name in Blackadder.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, it's an excellent show. It's fun to watch. So far, he found a piece of metal which was kind of in the way, blocking what he's trying to achieve. So well done. Right, it's the end of day and I'm gonna gift Michael the ultimate tool. Michael,
No.
This is a gift that keeps on giving.
Out, damned spot. This is fantastic. I used this earlier on, much better than a shovel. I am converted, Angelina.
Converted.
Totally converted.
Excellent.
Very useful. I will finish off my hole tomorrow. That's not the right word. My trench to get my drainage in, and I should have my sink in tomorrow because of this useful tool.
It is really, really good. And yeah, don't go around using it on humans.
No promising. So, how are we all doing?
Yes.
Fantastic. Bit tired, but it's looking results here. Brilliant.
Wonderful. Loving this new location. Yeah. So,
Cheers, my man. Cheers, beautiful lady.
cheers. I need to hydrate with water. So we finished for the day, and the boys have built a wonderful wall and added the awning on top. What is it, Michael?
It will be a Parisian cafe, but at the moment it's just a piece of wood. But what a wonderful piece of wood. Thank you, Phil. I can't imagine how I would have done this without him. Brilliant.
It was a tough job. I did watch these boys whilst I was like weeding and doing all the nature stuff and trying to beautify the place. So it wasn't easy, especially when the sun was shining this way. But what are you gonna do with this, with the wood?
The
What
idea
you
is to paint a scene that represents French life, either Paris cafe or country life, or something that looks like you're sitting in a cafe and that's the backdrop. I've got some windows that I might, frames that I might put up to create windows. I might even put a door to give it a bit more depth. But it's all about sitting out in a Paris or French cafe.
So a lovely scene at the back, which is going to be amazing.
Yeah.
Who will be doing that? Are you going to be doing that?
No, I have a very good friend who's going to be doing that. Call on your friend.
That's what friends are for.
Play to your talents. My talent's not painting.
No.
I have a
He's
friend
an excellent barman, I tell you that. He's incredible. He can make the most difficult cocktails.
I used to work as a waiter in a cocktail bar.
There's a...
And that much is true.
Yeah.
No, it's wonderful.
No.
I'm looking forward to it, because it's more than just the bit for the cap, isn't it? It's obviously, it's blocking out the view to the toilet shower block, which people at the campsite don't particularly want to be seen walking in to have a shower, and people sat here eating their food don't want to look at it. And then on the back of it, you're going to do like a map of the area. You are here.
Map of the area, information board,
Yeah.
near points of interest. The other big thing is picked up with the environment, just the shade it gives, because this is a really big 15-metre open space. It's not just this that's giving shade. This wall is giving a massive amount of shade for the evening, because we get sunshine here until 10:30 at night, and it can be really hot, and not many people want to sit out. And this has given me, look, I don't know what time of day it is now, about 6:30, 7:30.
Yeah, I think so.
And half of the terrace is in shade and half the terrace is in sun. Perfect.
Good. So
It's time to move on and do the same. Well, not this, but do something similar and same at our place, because we can hold our events.
Yeah.
It's been announced.
Can't forget all the work you've done. No, hang on. We've got you trimmed a bush.
I trimmed a lot of bushes.
Got a tidy entrance.
Planted some not seedlings. Yeah, I guess they're seedlings. Yeah, and hopefully they'll take off and be big bushes, which is great for privacy. Also, the smell will be amazing.
And I think it'll create a more courtyard sort of effect.
Yeah. All you have to do now is keep up with the watering on those ones.
yeah, and of course, get some people booked in. So you know, looking forward to the opening day.
Yeah.
July the 1st, and Boris has let them, all the British, come over on July the 4th. There's no need for quarantine, apparently.
Good.
Yeah. There's a lot of Belgians we've seen already around driving, I think, basically all of Europe. So that'll be good for you, and hopefully it's a new start.
An easy place to do social distancing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We're at least
sure.
a metre apart.
And a very pretty place. And I know you've got lots of ideas for this place, but everything will come in time. So can't wait to visit again. And obviously see how you progressed and what else is new and exciting, because it has been sort of relaxing at the same time for us to get away, you know.
Really?
Well, in a way, yeah, because it's a new place. I've experienced something completely different. I've never dealt with soil like this before in my life. Like nowhere in Europe there is soil like this, and for me it was like really challenging, you know. But it's interesting to learn about it. I love the little shell that we found.
We're going to have to look into what the logic is behind the geology of why there are seashells this far away from the sea.
It's really, really cool, yeah.
It'll be something sad like that's they've got a gravel quarry somewhere and it's just been dumped in here.
Yeah. All right, drink up, boys, because we got to go and shower. It's late.
I better put this...
Well, we're driving back home, and it's 9:15 p.m. and it's a 2-hour journey to get back home. It's been a long and hard 2 days, but well worth it, because we've managed to help Michael with a lot to achieve, and we wish him all the best of success, and we look forward to the progress that he makes. Hopefully the next time we'll come round we'll be wowed by all of his progress. And we're back now here at home, carry on doing what we always do. Now, if you're interested in Michael's campsite, do check out the link. We'll put it in the description below for you. The campsite does offer an on-site restaurant, a bar. There's also tennis courts and also a fishing lake, as well as a family-friendly park nearby. And there's even a water park along with inflatables not too far away, and the beautiful chateau just a walk distance there.
Thank you all so much for watching the videos, and thank you as always to our patrons. We get a couple of questions about patrons. It is a subscription service. You get bits and pieces from behind the scenes, patron only content, some stuff early, and obviously we sort of interact with our patrons on a regular basis, because it's much easier to message us and be able to speak to us that way. So it's not a donation service, It is a subscription service designed to help video makers continue making the videos as we do. And I want to say thank you once again to our patrons. We've got some new mics coming, thank you to their help. So these videos can get better and better. They're going to be in use quite soon, probably next week. So thank you again. If anyone would like to check out what you get from behind the scenes and check out our Patreon page, as always, link below. So do take a look.
Yeah. And as always, obviously, those are also links to the Amazon shops. If you'd like the magic tool that is following me everywhere I go, kind of replaces Phil as my husband. Sorry, darling. And if you like the video, then give us a like, leave us a comment, it'll be great. And also subscribe, hit that bell button so you get the latest notifications. And we'll continue producing amazing content for you next time. See you.
See you later. Bye.